the grip and the traction up there when they're doing those frontside rotations.
Well, we were from that era that you had 2 feet on the tail pad.
Correct.
Barely waxed it halfway up your board, and that's the modern stance. You know, these guys are waxing to the nose of their board, not only for their tube riding, but also for the aerials. It's frozen to the core, but she said that she can hear all the cheers, and they made plenty of noise for this ride, Rich.
He sure did, and he's just going absolutely ham on these first 2 opening rides. Taken to the air, great contrast. Watch this, super low, gets the pop, gets the extension. Have a look at where his front foot is there. It's about 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches from the nose. And I was checking out some of the boards. It's amazing. Made in my day, we didn't really go too much past that sort of 3/4 weight, just because it's so tricky and has so many different moods.
Well, he's up again, loading up, and takes the air once more. Just comes down in that high impact section of the wave, the trough, and can't ride out. But with 24.5 minutes to go, as we see Caio up, we'll get to Luke in a moment, and he looks like he's on today. But Luke, your thoughts on the evolution of Jack and his performance this year so far?
He's just so light on his feet, learned how to project to get the speed out of the wave as he takes off at the car park right now. Beautiful little layback there. Can't get back up. Just waking up the next day and getting out there and doing it. He's really enjoying his surfing right now.
Yeah, looking super fit. We've never seen him in this kind of shape, and he goes to the air again. Wow, what a finish. Such a tricky section to land on, and he held it together, Rich.
He sure did.
Let's have a look at this. The landing was remarkable.
Yeah, streaks down the line, takes to the air, gets the grab and the rotation. He literally was riding backwards, fins first, towards the shore, and then was able to just readjust, compose himself, get his balance back, and then quickly whip it round. And as you said, his front foot actually became his back foot when he was riding towards the shore. And, well, he executed this perfectly. Really
easy to tail dive when you're trying to ride out of a manoeuvre like this. He dropped off the lip. The tail was almost stabbing into the flat water.
On that one, and he was able to ride out of it. Pretty special stuff here from the young Western Australian.
Now he adjusted that weight, got on his what would normally be his front foot, and put his weight down and managed to pull that tail back up and get the rotation. So waiting on the numbers to come through for that. Meanwhile, Griffin Colapinto gets his campaign started here.
A lot of work to improve his surfing. Oh, just hammers that second turn. And, you know, there's a moment there where you're really at the whim of what the wave will do and how powerful it's going to explode when it breaks. As you see Griff there, great extension, and the way he just transitioned into this turn here, up and over, fins completely out of the back of the wave, and then somehow regains control. You'd agree just how difficult that is.
Jack Robinson, sorry. He finds a barrel. If anyone was going to do it, it was going to be Jack Robinson. And that is a pretty solid little tube on a day like today. These guys are so evenly matched. Jack Robinson has the edge when it comes to barrel riding, no doubt. That was a great completion there. This will probably be Jack's best wave.
Such a nice tube, and look how forward on his board is, and that's to maintain the speed. As soon as he comes out of the barrel, you saw his back foot shift back onto his tail pad, and this is a great angle here, just looking down the throat of this thing and just dodging that foam ball behind him. He stays nice and crouched down, compressed, so that he knew he'd get the exit, and then basically just had to finish that one.
Well, he got a 6.83. We heard the crowd lighting up. They're loving the show at the moment. What will be the last heat of the day, Griffin Colapinto. He just has such mad whip when he rips that board out of the lip and just throws it toward the beat. Caio is after a 4.04, but might be making a move now. He did look really quick on his opening ride.
Oh.
And on that occasion, just lost a bit of control before the final section there. 16.5 minutes to go.
You have the best team manager in the world.
Yeah, the best, and Philippe and Miguel is my best friend, and I'm very happy to just guys in my life.
Yeah, it was nice to see Philippe handing you your press hat to, you know, fulfill your sponsor obligations before that heat. Must feel nice to have that support.
And he knows that he's got to get some work done, because Griffin Colapinto, he's looking to get rid of a 0.93, and he throws everything at it. incomplete on the rotation. We'll take a quick break here. 12.5 minutes remaining in the last heat of the day. He's best at the moment as we see a replay of Caio's wave, this one during the break.
Yeah, so this is Caio on that new equipment, and just unfortunately again comes victim to that shallow sandbar.
Welcome back to the show, live action. Jack Robinson loading up once again. He's going to kick out of this one.
Pretty good on that board up until that point.
Loading up.
Oh,
looks for the rotation, incomplete.
Started to inch its way up to the Queensland. Griffin.
Loading up, widens that stance, goes looking for the big backside air reverse, goes full rotation. And he'll stick that one. And he was in search of that big second score because he did start off well with the 5.27.
And a bowly little left-hander here. We knew he was going to go for it just by nature of the stance, getting a bit wider. And a really clean make there for Griff. Takes to the air, gets the spin, and basically a full rotation here. So watch as he just eyes down the line here. He's looking at the section, hits it perfectly, gets the rotation there. Watch the head and the shoulders lead.
Oh.
Griff's already looking at the landing there. The lower body follows and just gets a little off balance there at the end, puts the arm back in and just with pure core strength was able to right himself.
I'm sure they're still chatting a bit, but it's a massive difference. As we see Jack Robinson going to the air, finds the rotation, gets the completion again, great strike rate.
Yeah, landing that one really well, and Jack just perhaps looking for something right on the inside here, but he's brought so much enthusiasm and speed into his surfing over the last 12 months.
Yoga, and yeah, he just looks really strong, but he hasn't lost anything, any manoeuvrability.
Yeah, sometimes surfers, if they do put on a lot of strength and weight and muscle mass, they can get to that point where they look a bit heavy on their surfboards, but well, Jack is not guilty of that at all. And it just disappears for a moment there as he does the landing. And just look at the speed at which they recorrect from that position where they're going backwards to flipping it round, nose back to the direction they want to lead. And they just do it with so much speed. It's incredible.
Fantastic fight, and has a 6.57 for that beautiful rotation. Now sticking the turns, keeping that board in the face of the wave and absolutely annihilating every section coming his way. That should be a good score sometimes. Obviously, it's exciting when you see those big individual turns, but think back to Newcastle. Morgan Siblick went all the way to the semi-finals without taking to the air at the start of the heat. Yeah,
that was a great wave. And well, Caio's come to the party as well. And he's taken to the air, not getting the landing on that one. But, you know, looking at Griff's wave, when you think about what did he do wrong, there really wasn't too much he did wrong. It's nice to see a bit of a blow for blow here. And Griffin just up and riding again, looking like he wants to take to the air, but no, quick in and out there.
5.87 for Colapinto on that last ride.
When you think about the scores that we've seen today, Ron, there really hasn't been too many in the excellent range. The judges have been ultra critical, rewarding that progression. And as we see, Jack just going for the little pencil jump. But, you know, the story's been about progression. That's what they've been rewarding. And
last heat of the day, a really close one between Jack Robinson and Griffin Colapinto. Caio Ibelli just never really found his rhythm out here. But he'll get an opportunity to bounce back in the elimination round as we dive into the Harvey Norman recap.